Welcome to Spanish Grammar Lessons number 1 by myself, Mr. Crucides. This first lesson is on the infinitive. Understanding what an infinitive is really essential when you're learning a foreign language, as so many other verb structures rely on understanding what an infinitive is. So we're getting really to grips with some of the Spanish basics here. So what is an infinitive? What is it in Spanish? What is it in English? So the definition of an infinitive, it's the dictionary form of the verb. So when you look up a verb, an action word, a doing word in the dictionary, the only thing you will find in Spanish is the infinitive. Now in Spanish, the infinitives, you can see, well, there are 3 groups of verbs, and all Spanish infinitives end either with the letters AR, ER or IR. The vast majority of Spanish infinitives end with AR. There are literally thousands of Spanish AR verbs. There are quite a few ER verbs, not so many IR verbs. So in English, the infinitive is the verb with the word to in front of it, like so: to play, to take, to speak, to eat, to run, to jump. Jugar, to play. Sometimes a good way to translate the infinitive is as the verb with the ing form of the verb. So jugar could be translated as not only to play but also playing. As far as we're concerned, let's just stick with the to play, to eat, to run, etc. So here are some examples of Spanish infinitives. What do the following mean? Comer, to eat. Tomar, to take. So we're also building our vocabulary up here at the same time. Escribir, to write. Leer, to read. Comprar, to buy. Bailar, to dance. Nadar, to swim. Patinar, to skate. Hacer, this is a really common one. To do, really important too. Ir, very, very important one. To go. Descansar, to relax. Tener, really important and very common, this one too. To have. Ser, another really crucial one. To be. Mandar, to send. Beber, to drink. Escuchar, to listen. Ver, to see. So using the infinitive, you don't if remember I said that the English infinitive is the verb with the word to in front of it: to go, to read. If you just want to translate to read, then that's easy. Go to the dictionary and you will find leer. That's easy, done. But you don't always want the infinitive, do you? Because it's quite rare that you would want to just say to read. You're probably wanting to use the verb with a tense, like I read, or I am going to read, I will read, I was reading. So you need to be able to go from the infinitive to the tense. That's a real skill. So you need to see my separate lessons on how to change a verb from the infinitive to the present, past or future tense, or many of the other tenses like the imperfect, conditional, etc. And sometimes finding the infinitive in the dictionary can be difficult. If you've got hacemos natación, you will not find the word hacemos in the dictionary. With a bit of intelligence, you might be able to work out that hacemos comes from the verb hacer, and hacer means to do. But you might not know that hacemos means we do swimming, or literally we swim. Van a España means that they go to Spain, but you will not find ban, B-A-N, in the dictionary. At least with hacemos, you'll find the verb hacer on the same page, so you might be able to work that one out. But van a España, you might not be able to work it out at all, because ban comes from the verb ir, the verb to go. Ban means they go. There's a big difference between ban and ir. So finding an infinitive might not might not always be possible. And similarly, just because you know the infinitive doesn't mean you'll be able to go from hacer to hacemos or from ir to van. Anyway, uses of the infinitive. The infinitive is used very commonly after many verbs. So it's often used after me gusta, for example. Me gusta bailar. I like to dance. Hey, there we go. I like to dance. In English, I like is followed by the infinitive as well, because we said the infinitive was the verb with to in front of it. I like to dance. I did also say that you could translate the infinitive sometime as the verb, the ing form of the verb. I like dancing. I like to dance. I don't know. Use whatever one you think sounds better. I think it probably sounds better I like dancing personally in this particular example. But it might be easier to think of it I like to dance, because to dance is the English infinitive, and that's more like the Spanish. Me encanta is followed by an infinitive. Me encanta leer. I like to read. Sorry, I love to read, or I love reading. No me gusta, followed by an infinitive. Here it is. No me gusta ver la televisión. I don't like to watch TV, or I don't like watching TV. Odio jugar al baloncesto. I hate to play badminton. I hate to play basketball. I hate to play. Infinitive in English. It's the infinitive in Spanish as well. Again, you might prefer to translate it as I hate playing basketball. It's used after prefiero. Prefiero visitar. I prefer to visit. That definitely sounds a bit strange, doesn't it? But in Spanish, prefiero followed by the infinitive always, but you might want to translate it as I prefer visiting. Quiero, it means I want. I want to eat. Quiero comer. I want to eat. In English, it's followed by the infinitive too, isn't it? So again, the use of the infinitive after certain verbs is very similar in Spanish. Okay, little problem with the animation there, but me gustaría means I would like to. I would like. Me gustaría ir. I would like to go. There we go. In English, it's followed by an infinitive. It's the same in Spanish. Another verb that is often that you'll find that with an infinitive after it is the expression tengo que. Tengo que means I have to. So tengo que hacer mis deberes. I have to do my homework. This one doesn't make quite so much sense, because literally, I suppose if you're translating it literally, tengo que means I have to. Hacer means to do. So literally, it's saying I have to do my homework. So that one doesn't make as much sense to us as English speakers. But tengo que always followed by an infinitive. Puedo followed by an infinitive as well. Puedo ir al baño. Puedo, I can. This is a question. Can I go to the bathroom? Again, this one doesn't make too much sense either, because we don't say can I to go to the bathroom, we just say can I go. But puedo followed by an infinitive. Se puede followed by an infinitive as well. Se puede means one can, or better, you can. So this sentence means in Barcelona you can go to the sea. Again, se puede immediately followed by an infinitive. The future tense is voy a followed by an infinitive. Voy a ir al cine esta noche. I am going to go to the cinema tonight. Actually, that's quite similar to English as well, because in English when we use the future tense we say I am going followed by an infinitive. To go. I am going to eat. I am going to play football tonight. So voy a followed by an infinitive. So just to recap so far, a lot of the verbs that involve liking or disliking or hating or loving or preferring are followed by the infinitive, as are verb constructions like tengo que, I have to, and verbs of wanting, quiero, me gustaría, and also for the future tense, voy a. So have a look at these verb phrases. Can you translate them into English? Maybe you just want to press pause before I give away the answers. Here are the answers. There's a mistake in that one. That should be not me gusta nadar. If that one confused you, then that's perfectly understandable. Microsoft PowerPoint decided they thought I wanted to write the English word nadir, not the Spanish word nadar. And yeah, this one's a bit confusing as well. That one should have been puedo hablar, which is I can talk, I can speak. So apologies for the two errors there. Here are some from English to Spanish. So press pause, grab a scrap of paper, and scribble down these in Spanish. So press pause before I give the answers away. Here are the answers. Me gusta hacer. Odio visitar. So it should be AR, not OR. Again, PowerPoint has tried to second guess me there. No me gusta leer. Prefiero jugar. Me encanta comer. Se puede beber. Tengo que ir. Tienes que escuchar. Quiero ir. Me gustaría hacer. Puedo jugar. Voy a ver. So all of these expressions are followed by the infinitive. That's why they all end in ER, AR and IR. Apart from the I hate visiting one, I told you that was a mistake. Should be visitar. So to recap, the infinitive is the only part of a Spanish verb that you will find in a dictionary. They always end in AR, ER or IR, and in English they are translated as to whatever. Remember, AR verbs are by far the most common. There's quite a few ER verbs, but very few IR verbs. You'll commonly see an infinitive after verbs of liking, disliking, after modal verbs, and modal verbs are the verbs can, must and want, and you'll also find them with the future tense after the verb ir. For more information on the future tense, I do have a separate lesson on the future tense, but let's keep it very simple. You'll find an infinitive always after voy a. Okay, that's it.